lot of technology in those machines. Second part, a little different. Pedro, give me the next slide. The second part of our demonstration is geared around what you see on the screens here in the grandstand. 5 key impact factors on fuel, okay? These are fundamentals, and if you are not paying attention to these, you're losing money, okay? You have hundreds of things going on the job site all the time, but these are certainly in your control, so you have to pay attention to these. Otherwise, you're losing money, okay? Operator technique, equipment selection, job site setup. We're going to walk you through that during the next hour. Technology, you'll see again, as well as idle time. You know, if you're sitting at idle, up to 40% of your time on the job site is in idle. Think about the fuel that you're burning, okay? Throughout the year, you're up to 5,000–6,000 euro just wasted on idle time. So it's important to understand that. So these are fundamentals. I want you to get them right. Little bitty things that you may miss. We're going to talk about that as we move forward. So with that said, get your cameras ready. Lots of opportunities for great pictures and video. And we're going to call them in. So let's call them in and start the second part of our demonstration. Equipment selection. Equipment selection, extremely important. The 992 with the 770. The 982 with the 772 and the 986 with the 777. This is wrong. This is incorrect. Equipment selection is incorrect. That will never work on the job site. Lost money, lost fuel, safety issues. So now let's get correct. Let's get the proper pass match. Let's get our wheel loaders correctly matched up to our trucks. Now this is better. This is going to be much better for loading and hauling. Now your production cycles are not going to be marginalized. No more stress on your machines. Safety issues reduced. Production machines not setting in idle. So your wheel loaders would be setting in idle, wasting fuel, burning fuel. Wheel loaders to show pass match, load and haul system, optimal working capacity. This is what we mean. Equipment selection. So we take the 777 and 992 out. And now operator technique. Operator technique. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. A fundamental that you must get right on the job site. So the 982 medium wheel loader and the 986 large wheel loader, they're going to position their trucks on the job site. They're going to position them in what's called the tight V loading pattern. V is in victory. So the trucks reverse underneath the bucket pin, as you see here. 45 degrees is the stockpile. The wheel loader and the truck make a V, the letter V. And they're going to start dumping at the same time. Here you go. But now notice, the 982 it has a painted left tire mark, and the 986 has a painted left tire mark. The 986 has positioned his truck too far away from the bench, from the stockpile. The 982, you notice the tire paint, less than 2 tire turns, less than 2 tire revelations. The 986, more than 2 tire turns, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to have a significant impact on your fuel throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. Our water wagon is now coming in, ladies and gentlemen, 50,000 liters of water. That helps us control the dust here, keeps us safe. 50,000 liters of water used here every day. The 982 parked his truck correctly, and you can see about 1 to 1.5 turns maximum. Again, on the left with the 986 and the 772, he's at least 3 meters out of position. And throughout the course of a year, by positioning that 772 in that position, he's going to burn and travel 1,000 kilometers. That's 3 meters over, 3 meters back, all year long, 1,000 kilometers. Imagine the fuel burn, wasted fuel. Operator technique has to be proper on your job site. 45-degree angle V loading pattern. So operator technique, now equipment selection again. It's very important. 5 key impact factors on fuel. We're going to bring our 992 back in. Get your cameras ready. Great photograph coming up. 9 on the to medium wheel loader, all with different buckets. Here, the grandstand, Caterpillar, a machine. A variety of things go into choosing the proper bucket. The 992 here, equipped with a 10.7 cubic meter standard rock bucket. 986, that's a 6.1 cubic meter rock performance bucket, and the 982 has a 6.4 cubic meter general purpose abrasion bucket. Okay, all different, depending again on what application you're going to be working in and what of your machine is. These buckets are specifically designed for a particular task. We dump the bucket, also the teeth, the ground engaging tools, very important. If you only concentrate, cause some problems for you. You want to have a good cycle time. You want to have good bucket fill factor. You want to have a very good payload, and it gives you advantages throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. So getting your teeth right. You see the screens in front of you, several varieties of ground engaging tools. So it's important to get this correct, bucket and teeth. Now we close the bucket, and we show you what's called return to dig, just so you can see. This is a feature that can be set up by your operators. No hands of moving the boom back down, and bucket returns to the same position every single time to go into the face when you're digging. Return to dig. Less stress for the operator, ladies and gentlemen. He sets it up with the joystick in the cab. Now, operator technique, job site setup. Three of our biggest machines here at Malaga working together. 992K, D11 track type tractor, and our 777. 777. This is called trap loading. Trap loading. All three machines working in tandem. Now notice the 992 positions his 777 under the bucket pin, 45-degree angle. It makes the letter V. V is in victory. This is the optimal way for operator technique. Less than 2 tire revelations for the 992. This is significant in fuel burn. Notice the D11 pushing material down. It just helps with better bucket fill factor, ladies and gentlemen. Trap loading. You'll see trap loading when there's hard materials, hard bench. It just allows for better digging for the 992. That D11 has that elevated sprocket and a parallelogram ripper, adjustable ripper, where he can rip up material, push it down into the bucket of the 992. Very good production matchup, the 992 and 777. Less than 2 minutes to fill up the 777. And again, the D11 coming down. We've got some heavy dosing, pushing material down for the 992. It's less stress for the 992. Better bucket fill factor, faster cycle time, which means a lot in production with these two machines. Great camera photo coming up as the 777 will park in front of the grandstand. We want to talk a little bit about safety. As the 777 comes over, get your cameras ready. So here's the 777 in front of you. You see the red illuminated lights. That just helps also the 992 operator know how much material he's putting on the truck. This also is an indicator rated payload between 90 and 100 ton for the 777. We also, from a safety perspective, 4 radars, 4 cameras to detect obstacles around the truck. So that helps your operator on the job site. You want to make sure you're safe. Obviously, you have a truck as big as a house, fully loaded. And you want to give that extra confidence to your operator when you're driving that 777. Safety, very important. So there goes the 777 fully loaded. Now if you look over to the left on the bench, ladies and gentlemen, the 374 large excavator has come in. He's got a rip and load package attached. What does that mean? So you have a look on the end of the stick, you have a quick coupler, and he's got his ripper attached. And that ripper, you can allow him to rip up material, particularly if it's hard bench, hard material, to make it looser, particularly after a blast. You'll see the rip and load package, ladies and gentlemen. So he's ripping up material. The 325 comes in with a hammer. And also Antonio Garcia in his cowboy hat. I see he's making a phone call. And yes, he's calling in the drone. You see the drone coming back in, ladies and gentlemen, into the infield. What we can do here is examine that bench. We can analyze the bench for later on, so we know exactly where, if we want to put some blast caps in to make a blast. Very important. You see the screen here, the end-to-end drone solutions we have available utilizing our drone technology to help us be better prepared and more efficient. We do not rely on a survey crew, we just use our drone technology. You notice the 374 now. He's dropped his ripper. This is more job site setup and operator technique. Dropped his ripper, and now with the quick coupler grabs his bucket. So it makes him more versatile. Machine versatility, one operator inside, two work tools doing the job. And he's going to call in his truck and load his truck. You notice the 325 H120 hammer attached to the stick, doing some hammer work here on the bench. 325 is also a compact radius product, so also more safety built in here. He's not worried about damaging the sides of the 325 as primarily the body stays inside the tracks. The H120 hammer, that's Caterpillar's design hammer. Use it in a variety of applications, primarily hard surface, hard rock, as you see here. Now the 374 positions himself up on top of the bench. Again, this is operator technique, job site setup. He's called in the 770. And the 374 now is positioned on top of the bench. And this technique, this operator technique is called top loading. Top loading. It's a very efficient way to load a truck. He's going to be swinging 90 degrees from the right, swinging left. He's positioning his truck now. So we're safe. He's on a safe and level platform. Notice how he swings from the right, swinging left, not over the blind side, and never swinging the bucket over the cab. Very important. Operator technique. Here in the top loading, swings 90 degrees. Truck is below. Very efficient. Ideally, the stick is the same height as the bench. That's very important. It gives you better reach, gives you better visibility, better bucket fill factor. If you're too high on that bench, you're going to be struggling and creating an unsafe environment. Also, the 374 is positioned, his sprockets in the rear for more stability and safety. He always digs over the track idlers. These are little things on the job site, operator technique. You need to get right, particularly from safety and also from productivity. Job site setup, operator technique. There goes the 770, and now we bring in our 824.
Bien, se la cae una piedra. ¿Ahora qué? Ahora tienen que llamar a una retro para quitar la piedra, a lo mejor no tienen.
824 wheel dozer. Great support machine. Main purpose, cleaning up the loading floor so your trucks or your wheel loaders are not damaging tires. Also excavators. You see exactly what it's for here, the 824. Primary a loading tool, cleaning up your loading floor. So if you damage a tire or you damage a track excavator, you see the screens here in the grandstand, immediately out of your pocket up to $5,000 just on the damage of a tire or a track of a large excavator. So here, you see cleaning up. After some work, you want to maintain load and dump areas. Keep areas clear and level. Again, you don't want to damage tires, you don't want to damage your tracks. So that's the 824 wheel dozer. Now you see, ladies and gentlemen, again, 5 key impact factors on fuel. We're talking about these all morning long here. Operator technique, equipment selection, job site setup. Please keep them in mind. Fundamentals you need to get right in order to be more productive and save on fuel on the job site, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to bring in some large excavators. Also a nice photo. Please get those cameras ready.